I want to take a couple minutes to show how to change the chuck out on a Milwaukee drill. Now this happens to be a, let's see, a 5378-20, but this will work for almost any of their drills. And this is a 1/2 inch drill. And first of all, it's nice to know that this drill chuck, it's a regular right hand thread on there, okay? So when you want it to come off, you want it to unscrew just like you would a regular bolt. Now, the tricky part is there is a screw down inside of here that is a left-hand thread, and you can see this one right here. Wait a minute. You can see this one right here was pretty torn up, and I couldn't get it out because I couldn't get a screwdriver in. And why they make this with just a straight slot across it, I don't really know. I guess you could drive a screwdriver down in there at last resort, but I couldn't get this out, and I wound up having to just force the chuck off in order to get it fixed. So I just wanted to take a second to show you how I did that. Now you can see what it did was it stripped out the threads on there, and let me take this off. You probably can't see down in there good enough, but the threads inside are actually harder than these, so it just stripped it out. Now whether you'd have the same luck, I don't know, but what happens with these, this is a hammer drill, and so when you're drilling masonry, especially if you're drilling overhead, all that dust is going right down in your chuck, and my chuck just got to where I just couldn't open and close it anymore, so I had to do something. So let me take you over here and I'll show you how I actually did it. So I took a 1/2 inch rod and I clamped it in my vise, took my chuck, this one's not actually on there yet, but anyway, I tightened my chuck down and I got my chuck key and I tightened it down really tight. Then that froze the chuck in place, and then I took a wrench and put it on the stem of the drill. Okay, so then I took a wrench that was the correct size, and this one happens to be 17 millimeter, will slide right on there, and then took it and hit the end of the wrench. I hit the end of the wrench with a rubber mallet, and after about 2 or 3 times I had to hit it pretty hard, and the chuck slipped a couple of times, and so I would just, each time I would tighten it down and then give this another hit, and I broke that screw loose, and then I was able to spin it off, and then it's just a matter of just putting it back together. So in order to get a new chuck, the chuck it's a 1/2 inch thread, 20 pitch. So you get a 1/2 inch 20 chuck, right hand, and it should go right on there. Now this one it's a Jacobs chuck, and I bought it at Harbor Freight for $9. It was like $8.99. Well, and then I got 20% off of that, so it was actually a little cheaper than that. But it doesn't come with this screw, and the issue with that is then I had to go on eBay and buy this screw, and the screw was actually, I think I paid $7 for the screw, so it was almost as much as the chuck. But hopefully the next time I won't tear it up. But it also it's the same screw, it's just straight across like that. But go to put it together, just do that. Hold on to that and get it. Get it on there as tight as I can. And then I gotta get this screw in there. Alright, and this screw, it's got a little like Loctite. It's got a little bit of like Loctite on there to kind of keep it in there. So remember, this one's backwards, this one's left hand. So you just screw it down nice and tight, and you're done. And that should get me back in business. Alright, well I hope that was helpful to you. The main points of this is, this chuck is a right hand thread. It's a it's a 1/2 by 20, and the inside is a left hand thread. Alright, hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for watching.